Different identities. Podcast with BSCAR.
Yo, what's poppin', everybody? Welcome to another edition of the PODICAST, coming at you straight from Molapo Crossing at Capello. Come on, man, you already know. You can come through. There's all kinds of activities here. There's all kinds of stores. You can do your shopping at the Safalana. You can, if you are into events management, you can host a show. There's the piazza. There's also the theater. You can also put something together there as well, man. What else? There's La Parada. They have an amazing menu. You can bring the little ones as well. Capello always has a different type of show every other weekend as well. So Thursdays, Fridays, and also the amazing menu. So it's an all-encompassing mall. So even if you want to play some football, you want to play that new game, paddle. Motswana, don't be left out, okay? These are new games in the city. You need to go buy some shorts and buy yourself a paddle a racket so you can be a part of what's going on in the city. And you can all, everyone is invited to come through to Molapo Crossing. And that's where the PODICAST comes at you every single Wednesday. Another beautiful guest. We've been waiting on this brother. I don't know why it's in December. In Nankare, he's an afterthought. I want to because secular music, you know, the ones that are out there partying a lot, and now we decide to get a brother. No, he's just been very busy, okay? And we've been waiting for the proper time, and I think the proper time is now because, we just saw him on the stage with the Mopato Dance Theater, and I was really excited because I'm one of those old school guys who think that if you've been around long enough, you have to be able to reinvent yourself and grow with the times. And to see such a talented brother able to change with the times each and every single time with his career, it always blows my mind. So this is the perfect time to talk to him. He's an award-winning contemporary gospel singer, songwriter, producer. He's based in Gap City, and he has a long catalog. It's all over streaming platforms as well. He's also active on YouTube. You can check out his music there. He also has a TV show which is also on DSTV. You can check it out on channel 291. It's called Unplugged Sessions, and he's actually working on the season 2 right now. And man, I've known this brother for a long time. I actually have him on some music. DJ Sid is going to be very happy about this conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, without a doubt, give it up for Tshepo Lesole. It's a bula.
My brother.
What, Papa?
I'm good, Papa. How are you?
Finally,
yes, yeah.
Hey, it takes you like 2 days to answer a text.
Yeah, ne?
What is that all about?
I don't think I'm big on WhatsApp, yeah.
You're not big on WhatsApp?
And then I get like old age gonna get it.
Eh.
And then we get like respond.
Yeah.
Before you know it, I forgot.
Yeah. No, but at least you do hit me back. Like,
yeah.
I don't know what it is about our industry peers as well. Do you think, or if you reply quickly, and I'm not talking specifically to you, because then I'm dealing with how to deal with responding, because there will be so many young people also calling up, trying to say, yo, this is my song, listen to my song, and also contemporaries, William 4 days, you know what I mean? Back then, I think people. No, the backsona will react. This visa number 5 but these days you change it. Do you think that how do you deal with WhatsApps? how do you respond? Like when, let's say it's a contemporary or it's a young person trying to reach out to you.
I think it just depends on the urgency. I mean, immediately WhatsApp, we are a business, so you have to be active on that one.
How do you tell the difference?
You know, I think it's just a matter of weighing them and checking which one is urgent.
Yeah. Okay.
From my wife, I have to respond now.
I feel you. And like, what is the best way to get in touch with you?
I think WhatsApp. I think the world is gravitating towards that because it's a quicker way of
trying to get
catching up on somebody and chatting with them. Because email, Wi-Fi, connect and stuff like that. But phone all the time.
All the time.
WhatsApp is quicker.
No doubt, my brother. So where did you grow up? Let's start there, because there's not a lot about you out there. Where did Tshepo Lesole grow up? Tell us about your family structure.
Yeah, I grew up in Kanye most of my life. Family ya baruti. My mom and my dad growing up, Sunday school, church choirs, and all that. So I grew up in a setup basically, and in Kanye most of my life, from my primary school to my secondary school time. Yeah.
So that's where the influence for the music, is that where you discovered what you had a talent to sing?
I would say that, yes, because growing up my dad had an acoustic guitar, boxy.
Oily. Oil barrel.
No, the proper one,
the real one.
Guitar. The real one. Yeah, I get the semi-acoustic but the acoustic one is the one box here, like I grew up my dad having that one in the house. So every Sunday we would practice and get ready to present Kokereke, church choiring, and even in small parties, and stuff like that. So that's where I would say they discovered that the little boy can sing. Yeah.
But how was that? Did they ever tell you how they discovered how you could sing? Like, what was the moment for everyone on some? Damn! Okay, this one's got pipes. Because, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't heard Tshepo sing, please pause this show. Get on any one of the platforms. Yeah, check this homie out. And then come back to this interview, because I think then you'll have an appreciation of what a magical voice you have. I'm trying to figure out, like, the moment where they discovered Oreo. Yeah.
I think that was around the age of 8, I would say. Yeah, because that's when everyone would even wish I would sing every Sunday, or in every church gathering, Manyalo and all these gatherings. From age 8 onwards, I was like, everybody's request for
How come you didn't get a big head? Because high Lord, everyone is now loving you, because you're a really humble guy to this day. How do you not get a big head? He already knows I'm amazing.
I get it.
Everyone needs to suck up to me. How did you handle yourself? Or okay, cool, I'll keep doing this?
I think all the credits will have to go to my parents. I mean, to tell the truth. And grace as well, because it's really easy, like you're saying, for somebody to have a big head or master
any age as well. Oh my God,
yeah. So, but even today, I look back and refer to how they raised us to keep in track.
So you grow up in Kanye.
Yes.
Where did you go to school and stuff like that?
And then from there, I went to business school. It was a Naledi business school. It was like a correspondence school where you do a course but from outside. It was a UK-based school.
This is after you finished your Form 5?
After I finished my Form 5, but that's like a gap year after that.
Were you still singing at the church?
I was singing. I was singing.
I'm sure I'm trying to connect the dots between where I eventually see you performing with Joel, performing with all of these other guys who are so well known.
Actually, let me take you back to before I did my diploma in business administration, there was a group maybe to action. It was myself. It was Moketi, Mox Mukhalemang. It was Joel.
Yeah.
It was a guy called DT. It was Bonnie Fisher.
Hey,
Bonnie Fisher, the little brother to Shuggy Fisher.
Yeah.
So by then there was a competition in the Riverwalk music competition. I think that's what developed into my African dream now.
I was a judge at that day.
You were,
yeah, I was a judge.
Yes. We were.
But like this nigga just popped out. Like your voice. So, but before you even get to that, how do you meet Joel? How do you meet these guys?
Okay.
Were they all from Kanye as well?
Yes, Joel, the mother's from Kanye.
Hey.
Is it the mother? No, the father. The father's from Kanye. The father was from Shosho. The mother was from Shosho.
Okay.
But because they were in the same church.
In the same church.
Although they were in the Ramotswa branch, because the father was a policeman in Ramotswa. I mean, Joel's father.
Hey.
So in conferences like national gatherings, and stuff like that. That's where we started.
Wow, man. Yeah. And Bonnie,
I would say same thing.
Yeah, same conferences.
Bonnie, they were in a different church. Just that our churches were like sister churches.
Yeah.
So somehow
that's crazy. Yeah. So how do you guys put together action and end up saying we're going for this competition?
I think it was Mox,
the
guy I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Let's try something.
Yeah.
And then there was a guy called Farai back then, whom also introduced us to Dagi. Digital.
Yes.
Yes. So we recorded some stuff Farai and programmed the songs to it and a computer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know what was going on with programming at that time?
We didn't. We were just trying things. Can at that age,
yeah. That's nuts, man. You guys end up in the competition. I mean, you were wearing suits. You guys look good.
Yo, baggy suits.
You know, and they were very baggy as well. Mariano, what was the intention, with action? You guys were now programming the songs because I'm sure there were already existing acts, your Pimpies, your other guys. Or were you guys planning on doing gospel, or were you guys planning?
There was no plan at all. It was just it was just experiment. There was no plan at all.
Yeah,
things ended up just happening on their own like that because we met. That's why we met Daddy Ski, because he was the judge as well.
Yeah,
and I think he also then happened to be one of the sponsors for the groups that will win.
Yeah.
To go and record at his studio.
Yes, sir.
So that's how we ended up at his studio, basically.
Yeah. Wow, man. So the Joe Tanyalas of this world, because guys, for me to actually do tracks with Tshepo, Joe Tanyala, what year was this? 2003?
4.
2003 and 4. How were you in that situation? Because I think you guys were the new crop of gospel singers.
Yeah.
Did you guys know what you wanted to do? Because Joel, as an example, always looked like he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, but he didn't.
Because I'm trying to figure out what was the plan. Yeah. You've been doing your correspondence course. Did you pass? What were you doing?
Yeah. To tell you the truth, I think everything shaped up. We had a plan, but I think plan Aruna was to have fun or to have talent active.
Yeah.
Hey, there was no business plan. It was just out of the love of this thing. We love to do this thing, so let's do it.
Yeah.
Whatever chance, whatever opportunity came, we did it until we find ourselves here.
Can't wait to meet up. You teleported from one place and then you ended up at another. I want to figure out the game thing, because there's a lot of young people by are demoralized to get into gospel right now.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, commercial reasons or whatever. But these days, really peanuts gospel in Chile. Hip hop, trap. You know, the music is now becoming more appealing to young people. Set the scene for me. What was the scene then? Ne perform a good conferencing. Because I remember no Lundi.
Yeah.
No, there was a lot of different acts that came through, and you guys were always there supporting. Hey, so what was the deal? What was the business of gospel then?
Well, how it really started was us just doing it for the love of it. Basically, like I'm saying, there was not even a business transaction back then.
Yeah.
Because we are the crop that came after the likes of the late Meriki Maraka Koro, the likes of Uncle Pempi, Blessed Kid Isaac, Mpona Kedi, and you name them.
Yeah.
So by then, Kibwane that we would say were the pioneer, the pillars of gospel back then. And what we had to do was to help them carry their keyboards to stage. And find ourselves somehow on stage singing somehow. And also to sing in weddings. We kupela the stage, you perform mahale, and back then there was no business transaction. I remember the other time, I don't know if Joel will remember this. I remember the other time we were playing, singing at our big brother of ours in the church's wedding in Khabani. And I remember back then near reception. I don't know if you remember these times.
Reception in Nabusi. Yeah.
So a reception. I don't know guys. Because we took combis.
Yeah.
I remember lenyalo le le hela re libile dikoloi di tswayana one by one, re kopa di lift di tswa one by one, di tswa one by one, di tswa one by one until the hell.
Yeah.
And that place was like ko kerekeng where I think in about 2 kilometers from the main road.
Yeah.
More we have to walk to the main road for us to at least get an opportunity. I remember tsamara go tseleng re be re heta re haika khantele na go e charwana re a tsamaya no e be re a re tsamaeng ka dinao.
Yeah.
So you can just imagine the distance between Khabane the village, and Mogodisane the village.
Jesus Christ.
We walked. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I know. Let's call no. Guys worked for this. So back then, so what were your parents saying at this time? Because like I say, I'd see you also hanging out that period of your life, because as someone who looks back, we were all confused. Very confused.
We were.
You know what I mean? Lona, you were also trying to do your thing. What were your parents saying? What was your family saying about you trying to do this music thing? Because
yeah. I think I caught them by surprise. I remember my brother, when my first song came, Elako radio.
Yeah.
I remember it was played by the late Laona Sagaitsu, if you remember him.
Big homie.
Yeah. They were all listening. His show was very popular back then. An RB1. It's on Wednesday nights.
Yeah. I forget the name of
the
show.
It's not gospel melodies though. It's something. Yeah. I remember my parents were called. The cell phone. This is popular tata.
Yes, sir.
RB1.
Yeah.
My brother actually said, now we didn't see this coming.
Yeah.
We are shocked.
Yeah.
And we are happy for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a quiet person, a reserved person. Next time I talk about until it happened.
Yeah.
The album, all the 8-track, my first album, and all. They didn't know about it until it was on radio.
Yeah. Damn. So the first album and the first music that you released, no do record ko which studios?
Dagi. My very first album was Dagi.
So you have an experience with Dagi. Well, how did Dagi sign a gospel artist back then? Like,
I'm actually the first gospel artist.
So what did he see? Because I know Dagi na gana hore sign about hip hop. For some reason or another. What did you think he saw in you?
Well, I wouldn't know. Maybe the talent.
Yeah.
Because we took the demos to Farai that I was talking about. Competition. We took the demos to him. I think we ended up even recording some demos with him and then with the help of Mox, we persuaded him until he said, "Okay, let's do that."
You know, it sounds so easy for people for you, but like I said, if you haven't heard Tshepo before, pause this thing. Go check out some of his tracks and then you come back and then you realize why like a lot of people were astonished. So each time you walk in a room and someone says, you know, was that Mox doing this or was this Farai? Who was your team trying to get you?
It was just me and Mox.
Yeah.
For my first album, it was Mox. Because I think Mox really saw something in me. He was ahead of me.
Yeah.
But he really saw something in me because we would sing even in assembly gatherings, long. So we didn't stop.
No, yours is an amazing talent. So just walk us through your name, your songwriting process from your first album and how you've changed it to now. You know what I mean? How were you writing back then compared to how you're writing now?
Well, I was listening to Refematla, the lyrics. Actually, I don't perform it a lot nowadays.
I hate performing my people.
Yes.
God, who's this little guy?
Your
who's
first song,
youngster?
You know, there was a lot of immaturity in the songwriting. The singing, yes, it's okay. But when you listen to the message, it says Refematla and stuff like that. So, you know, if you listen to the lyrics, they are from a place of defeat, as if Satan
positioning, yeah.
That's why I don't like performing the song. Yeah, it's fine, it's nice, the melody is okay, but the message was much harsh.
No, I feel you. So you've learned now from perspective. I guess it comes with like growing up as well.
Yes.
You learn how to do a different perspective. So ultimately, that was your first project. How then do you release your second project?
My second project was which one was that? It was the one called I did the second project mostly with Joe Tanyala.
With Joe Tanyala?
Yeah, because I started spending a lot of time with him at his studio.
Yeah.
Which you frequented a lot as well.
Frequented, nigga. I lived
there.
No. Oh God, guys, there was a time I lived with Tshepo, okay? This is why, like, I'm really proud of my brother, man. Like, on another level, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We were literally there every single day trying to make songs. I think I had just finished doing. It was illegal acting in Hedile, so I hadn't done Happy Hour, and I think he would know a lot of some of the lyrics that came on Happy Hour.
Yeah,
we did them at Joe's studio.
Yes,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And we even did some songs together.
Yeah.
So Project Abigail, Joe, did it come out?
It did come out in 2005. It did come out. Half of it I did it with him, and then the rest I did it with some South African producer at some studio called Cut and Edit.
Man, it's nice that something from Demo House came through.
Yeah.
What do you think? This is where it becomes touchy because, you know, this is also home and also to the world. What do you think went wrong in that relationship between you working with Joe Tanyala and ultimately leaving and going somewhere else? Was there any creative differences? What went down?
No. I don't think there was creative differences.
Yeah.
I think it was just growth.
Yeah,
you know, inspiration. You know, I'm now more inspired by that.
Yeah.
You know, that's around the times I also met Dediski, I met Favi, I started working closely with them.
Yeah.
Actually, Dediski, you know, I don't say this a lot, but he's one guy who I owe him a lot in terms of credit. 2006, I think 6 and 7.
Yeah.
That's when I met him and found Favi at his studio as well.
Yeah.
The guy literally gave me the keys to Studio Savant. I don't know.
Yeah.
You can come here as often as you want.
Yeah.
So I learned most of what I do, in terms of mixing, sound engineering and editing and all that through the help of Skizo and his equipment.
I remember that growth, my brother. Like, because Ski Rapo Dumela mobile manual.
I get it.
How bullets or why are you taking that out? You know what I mean?
Yes.
I remember that phase as well, because how Retsan studio when I
yes,
the point guy in the studio.
Yeah.
So what? Because now you're from working with Farai. Now you're done working with Mjomisi. Now you're working with Favia and Ski. What powers did you think? Because like you say, the mixing, all of that. What also did you manage to learn about yourself? Or we're now like
yes. Yeah, I think that kind of environment really helped me discover my producer self.
Yeah.
Because behind the mic singing.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Maybe it's also because of Mox indirectly.
Yeah.
He might have planted a seed somehow.
Yeah.
Because I started now looking at music in an eye. How did this come about?
Yes, sir.
So it really sparked that producer Tshepo somehow. Yeah.
No doubt. You are credited as a singer, songwriter, and producer. Which one do you prefer?
Singer, songwriter, and producer.
Yeah.
I think with what I do now, because I'm now into sound design and TV, music, and all that, I would say producer. I'm more comfortable as a producer than a singer.
Do you think there's anyone who can sing like you, though? I mean, Uncle X, there's there's a lot of young people coming through here. What do you think about the new crop of artists that is popping up and their reach and their voices? Because I want to talk to voices mostly because of equipment. We never get a lot of voices these days because people can put vocoder on almost everything. What do you think about the voices right now?
Talking of an Uncle X himself, the young man is brilliant. His talent is fresh. And I was talking to him at that event. I was like, your inspiration is so rich. It's like in a little classical music, thing. It's like he listens to everything.
Yeah.
Like his music is like a mesh of everything.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting for a person his age. I mean, really. And it's not only him, the kids that are coming up, the talent is just on another level these days.
No doubt.
And it's good that now we have to sit and learn from them as well. As much as they are learning from us. Yeah.
Definitely. So you are learning something from some
definitely.
of these kids.
Most definitely.
No doubt.
Yeah.
I want to talk about also your relationship with the church. You know what I mean? How do you balance worship with making music in the mainstream? Because that's always been very difficult for a lot of singers who grow up in the church and are known for gospel music. Are you concerned with going mainstream? Because you've done songs with the likes of me.
Yeah.
You've done songs for the likes of Lizibo, which are mainstream that you write. How do you manage your ministerial? Because you are a really, devout churchgoer and a believer. How do you balance that?
I don't think I put any effort in balancing that.
Yeah.
I think grace here, like for that. I find myself being able to manage, support the creative and support the artist, support the worshipper, support the Christian somehow. It just somehow works itself out.
What do you think about people who are married at Kirk Franklin, or he's pushing it too much? Guys like that.
I think I don't know. I think religion somehow messes up our minds to think template.
Yeah.
But I'm of the idea that if your heart is good with God, If you are pure in what you're doing and you believe it's elevating somehow and even yourself spiritually, then you're okay.
Yeah. But gospel has always had a bad rap as far as the quality of production and the quality of the recording that people put out, which is what I've always felt a lot of the time is why Nkarada are always in the back foot. What do you think could be the problem? How important is studio access, and do you think people care about that in the worshiping space?
Come again.
As far as technically, dipina okay tell Nkare go carry for recording in the gospel space.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So how do you think that plays a role in people not taking it as a major music genre mo Botswana?
Yeah. That thing is.
And what are you going to do to change it?
It's slowing. It's slowing the genre, man. It's slowing it down a lot, because actually it's supposed to be the other way around. Gospel music is supposed to be even more technical than other sounds because it's a ministry. It's supposed to be a symphony that hits straight to the heart of the listener. And downplaying it and just rushing it, it's like you are. Yes,
you go, dog. Buzz.
Yeah, so you need to clean up the music, make sure it comes out the way it's supposed to, so that it reaches the heart, really clean and pure and even acceptable, really consumable to the ear. Yeah.
Why do you think it is, though? Do you think it's because it's such a noble music genre? Solo analyst studio, recorder, Do you think there should be a different approach by the churches? By invest them on talent.
Even auditions, churches should host auditions in praise and worship teams.
Yeah.
My sister, because you have that desire to sing.
Come on, support.
I was
in church the other day. They were saying different. No, just let it out. But I guess they were talking to the whole congregation. But
what I'm saying is the team, the teams should be selected. Crafted Parliament stage skill, or at least they're at some level
to take them to the next level.
To take them to the next level. I believe God is too perfect, man.
Yeah.
And we can't be worshiping this God shallow our craft. We should make sure that our craft is perfect as well. Because we are worshiping a perfect God.
Yeah, perfect God, my brother. Someone who said it, I think it was Kanye West who was saying, the reason he's going back to doing gospel is like he felt all of God's best musicians are the ones who are not doing it. You know what I mean? So he felt because he is so gifted, he should be one of the ones who's doing it. You know what I mean? I don't know if you feel the same way. A lot of God's most gifted people are avoiding gospel music. You're the one who's staying there. Love song.
Actually, I've
have you made a love song, my brother?
I've had a couple of temptations to go secular.
Yeah.
And even offers. My brother, why don't we sign this for a pure R&B album or something? I do it. If you've noticed in my albums, I do throw in one or two just for the love of it. I throw in one or two pure R&B songs in there. Even though message it's
not rough,
it's more inspirational. Just because I love R&B with all my heart, man. I grew up listening to Boys to Men, your Commissioned, all you name them.
Yes, sir. But then there's that decision because a lot of the guys, Baba Gaymang, Bobo Saki, Boji, Trevor, a lot of these really amazing live instrumentalists come from the church. And it always looks like haba tswa mo setšong ba utlwisa batho ba salang go setšong ba salang ko morago botlhoko to some extent. What do you know about the relationship between the church and secular music mo Botswana gore because a lot of the talented ones are usually there. Yes. And if it's wrong, is it wrong?
You mean for them to be playing out there?
To play out here with us. Rona,
well,
a personal, your opinion.
Well, they are musicians. I think there's a line between you being a musician, because now being a musician is that you are a businessman.
Yeah.
Almost funny. I and then you go and play for ska.
Yeah.
You play bass or you play whatever.
Yeah.
And you are a musician, or you are producing his show or something.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, unless if you find yourself now we engage in things that now on.
Yeah.
Although the Bible is very clear about who you mingle with.
Yes, sir.
For you.
No, I understand that. So you should watch how you're acting around those situations.
Yeah.
But like if you like, they're so gifted that they shouldn't be limiting themselves and baskaba deny their talents. But I didn't grow up in that space, so I wouldn't really know that much about it as well.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how hard it is for gospel music to get mainstream radio and playlisting in Botswana. Any stories that you have, where doors are closed for you just because you choose this music genre? Do you have any, at least or this is not just an idea?
Yeah.
It actually is happening.
It is happening. What I know is happening, is happening, is that the corporate space is not engaging gospel musicians at all. Yeah, government and gatherings because we'll find ourselves really still to come and perform in other government gatherings, but hell the corporates, gospel you know. And you talked about radio airplay as well. That as well is a problem.
Yeah.
I think there's only 1 or 2 shows that are dedicated to gospel in a week. And then I think I'm one of the few people who are blessed to once in a while to find yourself but hella gospel compared to other radio stations from other countries. Gospel music is not really being played here locally.
The shows that thing.
Exactly.
There used to be more gospel shows.
Yes.
And it looks like they're reducing.
Yeah.
What do you think? Is it active? What do you think? Is it because of commercial value? I think right now it reduces it. So the radio had feel so they won't be able to sell advertising.
Yeah, that could be the reason. The practitioners. We may there may be something that we are not doing right in terms of taking ourselves seriously and presenting ourselves out there as a genre it's consumable. The fact that most of music outlets these days, I think we are working harder nowadays. Music outlets in gospel So I think it's changing now. We're starting to really take our craft seriously. There's collaborations. I see local musicians now about gospel easily collaborating with internationals and even working with them. We recently saw We Must Praise hosting the 10th year anniversary, and it was amazing. I couldn't make it, but it was amazing. From pictures, I could just see that it was amazing, and it's something to really be proud of and celebrate, because we are seeing our own being able to,
Let's talk about the lead investor though. Teditsana mo setšong e le gore ke tshwere madi ka go ira event and you know ya go rekisetsa bazalwana.
Yes.
Do you need more of those people or do you need less of those people in the space? Because the investor, they can come huta ela e gongwe le motho e le gore o ithatela gospel music ona le pata.
Yeah.
And then I decided, I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to do it under Tshepo's church. And this way I'd be able to advertise to other churches. And then I can get people to the thing.
Yeah.
Do those people help?
They do help.
Those
are destiny helpers.
Destiny helpers. Because I'm trying to get link the actual churches. Or can anyone off the street come through and say, yo, I got $200,000.
Yeah.
Hey. Go put the deposit.
Hey, total.
So like that.
I could write a promoter.
Hey, promoter. Someone coming off the street and saying, yo, I want to put something like this together.
Yeah. No, I think we do. The industry, the gospel industry needs such kind of, resuscitation. Yeah. We need, promoters that are just dedicated to gospel music. By and large, they will really help resuscitate the genre because it needs money.
Yes, sir.
It needs an engine that is running constantly.
No doubt.
And events that are lined up every week and all, just like any other secular events that are happening out there.
Definitely. And just in closing more on this part, from your perspective, what are some of the biggest barriers? The growth, gospel, what the ones that are gospel artists are facing in Botswana currently? Is it funding? Is it airplay? Is it distribution? Is it venues? Is it, what are some of the barriers that you see existing right now?
First, it starts with us. Taking our craft seriously.
Yeah.
I think we are the driving force.
Yeah.
I mean, if a product is good, it's good.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that will stop it to reach out to people. If we can start there clean our craft, make sure that we package it nicely, people will take it.
Yeah.
I think what's common is us to say, support, we are not receiving enough support, and that's easy and common for people to say.
Yeah.
But first, let's ask ourselves, what about supporting?
Yeah.
So it starts with us, basically.
Definitely. It's an internal thing. So if the artists work harder on their craft as well, everything should be able to show itself.
Everything will trickle down from there.
I feel that. Artists more secular. Secular. Who are some of the artists that you've produced? You've produced for me as well.
Yes.
Who are some of the artists that you've produced out there?
I did Lizibo, I did KTM Choir. I don't know if KTM Choir is secular. Yeah, it's secular.
No. This kind of by more secular. Let's say all the artists.
All the artists.
Yes, sir.
I did I did
TH.
Well, TH.
Yeah.
I think I've worked with pretty much everyone because
Go, name drop. They gotta know.
They gotta know, okay?
They gotta know, Papa.
I've done a song, although it was a campaign song that had ATI on it.
Whoa.
That had Chamagel on it.
Yay.
Ragotinana on it. Lizibo on it as well. I've done a song that had V on it. It was a campaign song as well. Oh, you remember what was that?
The ones that road traffic.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember them very, very well. Our brothers.
Yes, our brother.
So when you do those tracks, because
yeah,
how easy is it to work with so many different artists from different walks of life? Because you are not like a talker. So how do you do it? How did you come from being Tshepo completely quiet to being able to direct everyone?
I love craft, my man. Yeah, I think
yeah,
because this, it stems all from the love of this thing. I love to do this thing with all my heart.
Yeah.
And they are not easy to work with and stuff like that. somehow, you know. I think that I owe to God because everything.
So how did you end up working with Lizibo? Because I think that is the name that comes out a lot when Tshepo Lesole comes through as well as one of the main artists that, you know, you put together. How did you guys link up and how did you guys end up creating such amazing music?
Yeah. I was sound engineering KTM Choir's album Kohade Diski the other year.
Oh, okay.
I think that was around the year 2008 or so, or 7 or 8.
Yeah.
And there was this young little boy in the choir who was, I don't want to say anything further,
yeah.
who was in the choir that was singing very nicely.
Yeah.
And it happens to be Lizibo. He approached me after the recording. Brazil, I want to do a song. I think he had a demo that he recorded with Andy.
Yeah.
And that was around the time that I was also breaking away from ski, growing from ski.
Yeah.
And, you know, trying to start up my thing.
Yeah.
He was one of the first people that I started when I started my own thing. And I've been recording his music ever since.
Ever since then.
Yeah.
Because we can hear the influence as well, you know what I mean? So what do you call that style of music? The music that you and Lizibo have made so popular? Because in the next couple of years, people are going to be doing that style as is, you know what I mean? I know people call it Afropop, but when you guys got together to make this music, what were you guys trying to do?
I would say it's Afro soul. You know, it's a thin line between R&B and Afropop.
Okay.
You know, in a Setswana and Kalanga way, because he sings mostly in Kalanga and Setswana.
Yeah.
So we prefer calling it Afro soul.
Afro soul.
Yeah.
All right. So how did it start? Like, how does the process go? Does he find you already making a beat? Do you write the lyrics together?
Lizibo is so gifted, man. Yeah. Lizibo is very gifted. I think one of the people that I should credit for Lizibo's skill is Kotla, who I recorded as well.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he liked Kotla growing up. I thought he was inspired by Kotla a lot. Yeah. That's one of my productions as well.
Remember that part? That was you, Capello. That was your production?
That was my production.
Jesus Christ.
At Skizo Studio, yeah.
So, did you release any other artists outside when you were at Skizo Studio? Or
yeah.
How many did you release?
It was him, Kotla, it was Shabisto. You know Shabisto?
I remember Shabisto.
Shabisto recorded an album there as well. I remember engineering Una's album.
Yeah.
Una's album. Okay, I did it there as well. I think No as well.
No as well. Yeah.
I'm not sure if I did.
Machesa.
No. Machesa was mostly ski and Favi.
Yeah.
I think I may have put a hand more on Lesta, Lebo. Boshantilo.
Damn.
Yeah.
And that's then. Early days.
That's early days.
So, but now, when you set up High Note Studios, when you go and register it, what were you planning on doing? No, regular equipment there, and now I'm going for it. Were you going to record yourself? Were you going to record other artists?
This is how it started. I don't know if you know Matiba, Deborah Matiba.
I think I do, yeah.
Boy T. I met up with him first. And we started our thing together first. We were a duo. He had a back room at his house, so we set up at the
in Khalivu.
And then Block 9.
Block 9.
Yeah, in Block. You remember?
I think I've been there before.
Yes.
I think your bro was there as well. Did I see your brother there? I don't know.
My elder brother.
Your elder brother.
One hour Khalivu. That's where I was staying.
Okay.
But the studio was in Block 9.
In Block 9, yeah.
Yes. So that's when mostly the songs Tsabo Moro were recorded.
The TV series.
Yes. Lebo.
Ribina Moro.
Yes. Lebo. No, not Ribina Moro. Not Ribina Moro. One of what I said.
Left field.
Ribina Moro was this. Le Capello Kharapie.
Oh God, that was God.
I'm talking about Remogo organization.
Oh, the organization, okay.
Yeah, the one that did a lot of road safety songs, AIDS awareness songs. Yeah, our boy.
Yes, sir, our boy.
Morebut, yes. Yeah.
Hey, our nigga. That's our guy. You know,
I like that guy, man.
Kekazi.
I love that guy with all my heart.
Hey, all right. So that's where you guys were doing a lot of the recording for Moko there.
Yes.
So, but then, kind of with these projects that come through government, a lot of these things. What is your relationship with that? Because I've seen you do a lot of those gigs, including. Was it Tabuto? Or am I moving too fast?
No.
When you're doing soundtracks.
Oh, yeah. Did I do soundtracks for Tabuto? No, I did. Okay, you want me to list the soundtracks I did?
The ones that you did do.
I did Tshepo Lesole. That's your education channel on BTV. I did Mukaragana. I did the current news music right now. All the news music. And I mean all the sections like your weather news, your sports news, your main ident, and what else? Business news.
Tshepo,
that's the music I did.
That space. Because like I'm saying, Tshepo, this is why Tshepo doesn't care much about like releasing and doing all this music. Because he knows where the door is. How did you get in that little corner of yours that you're doing really, really well? You know what I mean?
Hey, I think it's the love of the craft. I'll go back there. Because if you do something and you love it, you do it well.
Yeah.
Such that it goes and speak for you. Wherever it is.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's going to come back.
Yeah.
Or somebody's going to come back and ask, who did this?
Yeah. That's amazing, man. Yeah. So with that, are they also able to give you royalties as well? Like
yeah. Yeah. That's my work.
Oh my God. Now I'm just happy if musicians are getting that fair share. You know what I mean? So what would you tell musicians right now who have studios that, are just waiting for guys to come and record in? Because you're one of the few people that I've seen turn that studio around and not only just, I'm just going to make songs, I'm going to wait for people to come through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How did you set it up to a point where it does almost everything now?
Well, it's not easy. I wouldn't say it has been easy. It's a challenge. Because to tell you the truth, music on its own, I'm not saying this maybe to discourage whoever wants to get into music, but music on its own,
yeah.
When it comes to production, and even when it comes to you being an artist, on its own, if you don't diversify or maybe pair it with something else, on its own,
you're gonna have a hard time.
You're gonna have a hard time.
Shit. When did that hit you?
Can I let Yeah, when these little pumpkins didn't see the head that you the demand it's you start realizing, I need to be serious about.
Do you think getting married actually changed like your focus?
Yes.
In what way? Tell these niggas.
It does, because and you really have to take care of her, man.
Yeah.
And her children.
Yeah.
Hey, you need to take care of her.
No doubt.
You can't now turn and labor born.
Let's just make my Mr. Shy. How did you guys meet? We went to school together back in the day.
Hey.
How did you guys meet?
We met at church.
Yeah.
Back in 2002. Yeah, back in 2005. No. When I met her, we were just meeting brother and sister. She happened to sing in the choir. I was singing and playing in the choir as well. So I didn't see ngwaga di ya no re simolla go le bana somehow. Yeah. So 2011 we got married.
No doubt. So how has it been? Like, how do you think marriage has changed you?
Ooh. First, it shapes you into being a man, a provider, you know, a focus person. Because the moment wa go tsaya ngwana batho go ga bona o tla go maha.
Yeah.
A be ya no dingwaga dintsi di ya be go nna le bana gone ho, you know, things change, priorities change. Ane le gore o santse o khona go tsana go studio tsatsi le phirima be le tla go nna ha o simola ya no go pusha tiro e tsore ke pusha kana go e ke na le bone ko lapeng. Yeah.
How come you don't drink? Because nigga, you are around us guys. The debauchery that was going on. Tshepo Lesole ile ngwana wa modimo hela. Guys, I'm telling you, everything. Guys, have to say let me say, how come? We're all just jiving. How come you never did it? Like, how come? And surrounded by all of that peer pressure, like how did you do it?
I'll go back to Kanye. How this situation?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I've been
straight. No, you never know.
You know what exactly.
I mean? Everyone has a way.
Kind of what the Bible says is that train a child. I don't know if I'll phrase it right. Verse I think train a child. Yeah. Wherever they are, they will remember that teaching.
They'll remember the teaching.
So it goes back to how I was raised, basically.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it just goes back to how we were raised, man.
But some niggas
and they pray for us, these parents of ours.
I know, but like a lot of kids, I've been around a lot of Barnabas church. So I want to get but fine.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, they're the ones by the are extreme. Yeah. They're the ones who are going to come late. They're the ones who are gonna do the worst stuff. A lot of them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm always like wowed by it's for real. You know what I mean? Which is, you know, I give props to your parents. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's a great lesson that you took on for your life as well.
Yeah.
And it shows. You know, what opportunities do you see when in space your entertainment as far as a talent? Because it looks like there's a lot of people who are you are a genuinely talented person. Do you see opportunities for talented people these days? Or do you have to, I guess, know some people or have a studio by yourself? You know what I mean? The other day I was talking to my son, my producer. You know, other guys are able to move forward because I'm trying to tell him that's not the way you should, you know, try to get into the music. You should try and create first, find a way, and then whatever little money you make, we take a laptop or
yeah.
You know what I mean? So is there space for talented people right now?
Well, there is, but things are changing now because we're in an era because now AI is here.
Yeah.
And
it's making all the beats now.
You know, making all the beats now.
Yeah.
Things are easier to make. Collaborations are easier as well.
Yeah.
It's because the world is becoming smaller because of these technologies.
Yeah.
I would say space is still there.
Yeah.
But it's now for us to shift how we do things.
Yeah.
AI is here. No, let's adjust to working with AI.
Yeah.
Partnering with AI.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Do you have any favorites right now? Like especially singers.
Locally.
Yeah, locally. It can be in gospel, it can be in R&B. But as singers, because you know, I put you up all the way up there, over the number ones. Or do you have any ones that you're looking at and you're like, sheesh? I'll give you time.
I like well, not in any particular order.
Yeah.
The kid we talked about earlier, Uncle X.
Yeah.
I think I listened to a lot of Possibina as well.
Yeah, ne?
Yeah, I was listening to her song actually the other day at Tshepo.
Yes, sir. No doubt.
Yeah,
she has a really unique singing style.
She has. I like her vibrato.
Yeah. She knows how to where to drop it.
You know?
I remember there was one time where I felt she could hold a note. You know what I mean? For a very long time and not even sound uncomfortable at any point.
Yeah.
Even mid singing it, she can even push it even more.
Know? Yeah.
So I've always been like amazed by that as well. She's a favorite as well.
She is.
Yeah.
Who else? Abby.
Ah, you're on the list. Tshepo's favorites. Please tell us about Abigail. What do you like?
She's a good songwriter.
Yeah.
I think mostly I like her pen more than anything.
Oh, Mami Stone.
She composes good songs.
Wedding bells everywhere. Come on now. Nice one. You have any more?
Lizibo.
Zibo man.
If I'm to list an order, he's on top up there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Because I don't want to spoil any relationship.
So you got another one?
The last one would have to be, let it be a female. Keitumele kid. She does a lot of collaborations these days with Bo Brown and Ratang. Yes.
Yeah.
I like her tone of voice. She has I think if she's to try other genres, she would still make it.
I know why in her career she's going to sing gospel.
Yeah.
Somehow, somewhere.
Yes.
Somehow. So please, Tshepo, produce it.
Yes.
I think a lot of these young people do realize spirituality and talent go together because you're sitting minding your own business.
You know.
And here you are able to make money out of it and make a living. So I think the deep thinkers, there has to be a deeper meaning to this. Talking about deeper meanings. I don't know if I'm going to be saying the title right.
Yes.
Yeah, we got to talk about that jam.
Yes, that jam, bro.
All right. So set the day up for me. How do you record that jam? What day is it? Is it raining? You know, are the phones off? Are the nanas running in the house? How did you do that one, dog?
That was actually even before I had the nanas in the house. Or even the wife. I don't think I had the wife. Oh, I did.
Mm-hmm.
We did. We were... Yeah, that was during our first year of marriage.
Yeah.
But the nanas were not there yet.
Yeah.
And that was when, soon after I moved the studio into my house.
Yeah.
In Block 3.
In Block 3, yeah.
I think there was just a moment in my head where I was like, there has been a lot that God has done for me.
Yeah.
I had just freshly gotten into marriage.
Yeah.
And I remember my dad asking me, and I was like, this is only God. This can only be God.
Yeah.
And we do everything that we do in the day. We don't get to thank God.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, had it not been for the grace of God.
Yeah. Where on earth would I be, dog?
That's where the song came from.
So when did it get dropped again?
In 2012 as a single. And
why is it only blowing up now?
2011 as a single. And in 2012, that's when the full album came out.
This song is sounding like...
Song is like 14 years old or something. No.
This song sounds like... Why is it only getting love on a national scale now? It ain't still like RB1.
Well, in all these other radio stations.
But why is it only now?
It even went on... I think in 3311 Gospel.
The
South African channel.
Yeah.
Even Trace Gospel as well. I remember we shot the video, the rooftop, Komasa.
Yeah.
Shout out to the lady who gave us that opportunity to shoot up there.
Yeah.
That was when Joe Manuel Braveheart was also starting to set up as a company.
Yeah.
I think they were still new in the business.
Shout out to him. Malawi yo.
Yes.
Malawi yo.
They also gave us their stage and set up.
Yeah.
We shot the video up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back in the year 2012.
I'm just trying to figure out, do you know what Gabukelekai was released in 2012? It sounds like it was released in 2023.
It's 14 years old. Kana 15.
Like, okay, so how does it feel? A song that you did all the way back then, it sounded new. I remember when you opened the Bomo Awards.
Yes.
With that song, I got goose pimples. Go article backtrack.
Yeah.
So the room, but it still captured everyone's imagination everywhere you perform it.
Yes.
It's playing everywhere.
And even
now.
yesterday at that Mopato thing.
At Mopato, you were performing it there as well.
I was performing it there as well.
So, what does that mean to you? A 14-year-old jam, dog.
Yeah, it's grace. I would just say it's grace because it's the melody that I think was just downloaded from somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even the message, the testimonies and the texts that I receive from people, Barapinayo has actually carried them through. Even during COVID, I'm receiving texts from people who tell me this song carried me through a very hard time.
Yeah, I know. Late night messes with me a lot. Like, I know that, brother. You know what I mean? I get real ridiculous these days.
I get
but big up, Papa.
Yeah.
I just want to find out from you now, because Tshepo's got like really short answers. So we're not going to keep my brother here for a long time. Yeah. For a young gospel artist starting today in Botswana, where should they invest their time? Studio time, branding, management, or social media? Or anything else that you think?
I would say first of all, building their craft, shaping their craft, because everything stems from there.
Because with you, when I saw you press keyboards back then, it was usually chords. And then you kept building your chords.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I started hearing you put more elements. Goski. Because keyboard.
Yes.
But software.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's where you left a lot of niggas.
Yes. Yeah. That's one of the reasons, because Joe was using this digital machine
workshop or the
workstation. Yes.
Roland.
Yes.
And then you were able to jump onto
Cubase.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you were able to then elevate your skill set.
Yes,
sir.
Because that's what Schizo was using back in the Cubase X, SX, then SX3. Right now it's about Cubase 15.
So craft,
not necessarily. I mean, if you are a singer, you don't need to know these things necessarily. You don't even have to know how to write a song. Because I believe specializing in what you know is what will see you through. Yes. A lot of singers, even international singers, Mariah Carey, most of their careers they were singing songs that were written by somebody else. Babyface, Bomang.
I want to come to that. Why is it so difficult for us? When people see the success you've had with Lizibo, not saying you are writing all the songs, but you collaborate, and Lizibo can also write for other artists. Why is it now in the culture? Eish. Kira kwaran being car go hip hop ngwe motho wa go bola.
No harna yone hela to tala in everything, but tswana rata go gonna hale ha khoneng ke re okay. Ke hale ke itse go ira yana ke tla ira yana ke le nosi. Credit di tle dire but what really helps is to get a team and to also collaborate and make sure that you only has a taste of what you do, you have a taste of what they do.
You're working together.
You end up presenting yourself as this one big thing, as opposed to but
I hate how everyone is in that studio alone these days,
it doesn't really help the industry at all,
because people used to come in together, and I see South Africans doing it. They call it music camps. Harmony,
yes,
and all of us are able to chow that dough, happiness, so
yeah.
I don't know why we don't have that, but I'm about to wrap it up though. How important is language choice for reach in Botswana and beyond? Would you advise artists in gospel to sing in R&B, because you've had success in both as a producer and as a singer? Language, is it important
in our songs as gospel artists? Yes and no. Yes and no. No, in the sense that yes. No, in the sense that music on its own, I believe, ke language. And with tech, if your song is on YouTube, you can transcribe it. Everybody can be able to get the message if they love the song.
Yeah.
But first, you need to hit them with the song.
Yeah.
Because the music on its own is a language.
Yeah.
Yeah. The song will hit you into this song.
Yeah.
You might even, instinctively guess what it's only to find out how researcher okay, no so So I don't think language really is a problem, because at the same time we need to sell ourselves.
Yes, sir.
As a country, as Botswana, we need to package ourselves for the world.
Yeah.
Language French.
Yeah.
You can recognize you out there.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Unplugged sessions.
Yeah.
That's the name of the show.
Actually, it's amplified.
Amplified.
Yes.
Okay. Amplified sessions.
I think the reason why I unplugged, it started unplugged while it was at Maru TV. But when it went to BTV, now it's unplugged. Amplified.
So break it down to those who haven't watched it before.
Yes.
What is amplified sessions about, and where can they catch it?
Yeah. I'm not sure if the season is still running on BTV now. It must be still running. I'm not sure. On Thursdays at 9 p.m. Thursdays at 9. I think it repeats on Fridays or something.
Okay.
But when I show at 2022. But the one that is showing now is a repeat, if I'm not mistaken. If it's still airing, I'm not sure. It was short fast.
Watch it. People are watching.
This idea amplified started off a concept here, your musical podcast type thing, where I sit with an artist that's on a set up a live musicians, where we chat and also jam your songs, jam your songs. And it was on Maru TV at first.
Yeah.
The unplugged sessions with Tshepo Lesole. But then again, it evolved into something else when we pitched it to BTV. We had a segment where we visit you, doing your thing. But this setup, your podcast.
Were they paying extra for that part?
Which one?
Yeah, check.
No, it was my thing again.
Okay.
It was me shooting. It was me and the team shooting that thing. Yeah, so we ended up selling the concept in package.
That was awesome stuff. Yeah. So how was the reaction from Botswana about it? Because it was a breath of fresh air when it came out on the screens. Yeah. We absolutely loved it. It was completely different from everything we had seen before.
Yes.
How was the response from Botswana land?
It was good. Actually, it was even best during COVID, because people were in their houses.
In the crib, yeah.
Because COVID.
So why are we only getting a season 2 3 years later?
Ask
I keep to jump because I remember
and we are even shooting. We are just shooting this season. It's not like we know where we are going to take it. Just so that by the time
as someone who has, I have to ask you, Tshepo, because you've been in those rooms, for people who want to sell their shows to a BTV, to a Maru TV, what should they get into? Because why is it Malaysia le bana le camera ba editor bana le the show, they're always shooting, and people are not finding ways to like shop their things or have them commissioned in these big stations. What advice would you give them?
I think go shelve Majid. Content. Let's shoot and shelve, because you never know. Content
Yeah.
If it's done right, it never ages. We still have both the bold and the beautiful airing somewhere.
Yeah.
And royalties, they are still generating royalties to date. And those are shows they are 20 something, even 30 years old.
Yeah.
So let's shoot and shelve. Because the process is something it is ya tendering it's tedious we means the window or so that you can tender your stuff. But I think things are changing now, where I think now the running stations now are starting to be willing now to outsource content and even to shop it around and check for content. So how onale content they were shelving, to tell you the truth, there's no way more shelving. There's going to be a time where it will be usable. So let's shoot and shelve, Majid.
Yeah, please. I got to shoot there. Shoot and shelve. I'll shoot that. And then just in closing about the artist's life, what mistakes did you make in your early releases that other artists can avoid?
In my early releases, I think because there's some songs that I listen to I feel I should have. Well, I'm thankful that I was way ahead of my time. At the same time, but still,
way.
But still, that I think I would have done it better if I did this and that. Yeah. So Capello is a problem.
Okay. Hey, these are selfish ones now. There's only 2 people that I've heard. 3. Let me be careful about this. I think 4. And this is a very peculiar list. It's you, Hensi, Mposibina, Jordan Muzi. I think le 4. Ba kikile nka utlwa le harmonizer. Ele lona mme la harmonizer. Enkare it's a room full of people.
Yeah.
How do people learn how to harmonize? Like, and I think that's always what the problem is with our music. Lead singer rota ba opela vesantle. Kana batho ba bana lene wa bona kraya, and they don't even know that. Because I don't know how Hensi learned it, because he's on another level with
He is.
Paul, of course.
I've worked with Hensi at some point. Maybe he learned it from me. I'm not saying that.
He did this.
I'm not saying he learned it from me.
Where it's supposed to be like, wow. It sounded like Abaira Mai.
The boy is gifted.
He says it as words.
Yeah.
Harmonizing.
No, the young man is a talent.
Why are people failing to harmonize in our songs? The technical ones will get it, guys. Hey, what is going on with like the recording spaces in those studios, man?
I think it's also not a skill that everybody can do.
Yeah.
Know your lane and perfect your lane.
Yeah.
It's not every artist, and it's not wrong as well to not know how to harmonize. You may be skilled to be a lead singer.
Yeah.
When I lead singer,
so go get other people to harmonize.
So then the best thing for you to do now is to get people who backing artists who complement the voice that you have.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I hear you, my brother.
Yeah,
I think I've come to the end of our show. It's not done yet. I got a couple of rapid questions for you here.
Okay.
All right. Coffee or tea before a show? None, huh?
Tea.
Oh, you're a tea person. Do you have a favorite?
Joko.
Okay. What is your best pre-show ritual? Do you have something that you do every time before a show?
I pray silently. I think, like everybody else, I do have stage fright.
Yeah.
There's just that thing before you walk on stage that happens in your heart.
Yeah.
And the way I beat that is to pray. And one of the reasons why I pray is that I just don't lose myself into thinking that I'm doing this by myself, for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all a bigger picture of doing it for God. Definitely. And for the people of God.
That's what I always try to tell dudes about, like that little.
Hey.
It's you respecting.
You know? Yes.
It's not
and
like,
if you don't have that, you should get worried. Be concerned.
I try to tell dudes all the time. That little thing will remind you, or you still care.
Yes.
About what you're doing. Are you ever going to be a pastor though? Like, denomination handle a business. Do you see yourself ever being a pastor?
I think well,
you know what I mean?
Well, if I say no, then I would be limiting God. So I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
I think that's a fair answer. What do you think about the Mampizi situation with the Scripture Union? I know I'm throwing you under the bus.
Hey, you are, man.
Okay,
that's my guy.
Yeah, ne?
My boy.
He's a good guy.
He is, man.
So do you think people overreacted, or hey, Batoba?
What's happened to Loa Pekka?
Let me leave it alone. What is your favorite scripture that you've memorized?
I think it's Proverbs 3 verse 16, which says, "Commit all your doings, all your works to God, and He will direct your path."
No doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. One album you wish you had recorded.
Is it 316? It's not 316.
Come on.
16 verse.
Check out home.
It's 16 verse something. Hey. Proverbs 16 verse 3 or something.
Okay.
Check out fact checker.
Fact checker. Proverbs 16.
Yeah, commit your ways unto the Lord. I don't know, like 316, but 316
no,
is
it's 316.
It should be 16 16 verse 3 or something. Read it.
Yo, no, my G. Come embarrass us on TV. Can do that one to us. You know what I mean? Okay, one album you wish you had recorded. How you would yeah?
Hey, as a producer, I get it.
As a producer.
One album I wish I would have produced. Or one artist, right?
It can be one artist, yeah, that you wish you had. Or like this project, I'll be the happiest soul.
Okay, basically you're asking me which local artist I wish I would work with.
Okay, if you want to coin it that way, have your way, Papa. Who do you think you'd make into a star? Can have two.
I can have two.
Yeah, just so you make it easy.
I think I like Lioness.
Yeah.
But if I'm to work with Lioness, it's gonna have to be a different genre.
A different type of genre.
Yeah.
You sing.
Yeah.
No, come on. Kabe, she's really young as well. I think she's going to grow into it.
Yeah.
And realize on her voice.
You know. I hear you. You remember Zamajobe?
Zamajobe, yeah.
I listen to Lioness, and every time she makes me think of Zamajobe. She has you know,
she's got a very,
and her voice is commanding. Like, yeah.
I think for such a young person, You might not think it when you see social media and you see her because she's so young. Yeah. But once you talk to her, you realize we Twitter a lot in SA, and I think even when she develops more, we go a shock up line.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked if she does do an album like that.
Yes.
Because she does realize what
Yes, she's got range, that girl. Yeah.
Crazy range. Okay, who's a gospel artist outside Botswana you'd love to collaborate with?
As an artist, I would love to have a production done by Ngube Kombata.
Who's that one now? Oh God. Yeah, go look him up. If you don't know, check. Okay.
That guy is amazing. He's amazing. Awesome. In terms of production, he's an artist as well. He used to produce Joyous Celebration back in the year. Our producer has music, and other musicians. He has produced Bo. I think he has done productions for both the late Hugh Masekela, if I'm not lying, for Bo Tandi Swamazwai.
Yeah.
For his wife is Ntoko Zombambo.
Hey.
And they were both on Enjoy Celebration back in
So when would you, I mean, you did KTM, but would you do, hey, and happy you know Joe Manuel, would you put together a big, what do I call it? It could be like a crew of singers. Of singers like that. You know what I mean? First of all, how many are in Joyous Country?
Hey, Baba,
because I never counted them. Are they in the hundreds?
Baba, yeah, I think they could be even in the 200s because they never it's like Bachencha. They're never the same faces. Do
you ever see that in your future where you could put together a project like that?
Yeah, hey, Kitty Rains. We actually tried putting up something like that with Joel back in the year. It was called German Christ. Yes.
I forgot to ask that question.
Yes.
What happened with German Christ?
I think we grew up. Most members grew up and stuff like that. So energies slowed down somehow. Yeah.
But everyone at German Christ, like when you look at everyone and where they are at, and also musically, and also the brains as well, it would have been something else.
Yes,
if definitely. You guys had stayed together.
Yeah.
But you guys wouldn't have become what you are now.
Yeah.
And we love you the way you are right now, guys.
Yes,
and I think in closing, what would you like whoever's watched this show to do after watching this show? Would you like them to listen to a specific song, follow you on social media, or come to your show?
First, follow me on social media.
Yes, sir.
Check out my new music. I have a new song that dropped, I think, a month ago or so.
Is it Tshepo Lesole 1? What is
you mean the YouTube?
Social medias?
Okay. What is it? It's Tshepo Lesole, Tshepo_Lesole on, I think, on TikTok.
Yeah.
Tshepo Lesole on Facebook. Am I still on X? I think on X it's Tshepo Lesole 1, yes.
I like that you started with TikTok. So TikTok is where there's more action.
There's more action.
What do you do on TikTok?
Well, I basically post what I do.
You play and you...
Productions, whatever I do at studio, rehearsals and everything. You know,
it's a whole other world.
My musical world is just there.
How old are the nanas now? Are they old enough to understand?
Yes, one is going from one. It's going to from one.
Hey, the questions are coming, Papa. Jeez, 14.
Na proma 2 months ago, a month ago also.
Normally we don't like thing.
It's a girl, that girl.
Oh no, get out the boy who's coming to get the girl.
Yes, actually she refused. Yeah, she refused. I don't know. Now I'm not going there with a partner.
No.
Yeah, she refused.
Yeah, but at least they have every reason to choose what they want. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, how are you dealing with that? Like, it's all girls in the crib. Like,
all girls.
How you handling
ka boraro ba bone ko ba decide se ba se decide be ke tla go bolela go heditswela go te ne ra akanya gore.
I think the last one would be a final message to young worship leaders, first of all, and gospel artists. But also more like about Tshepo, and also artists in general.
What are they? Come again.
The worship leaders, you know, in the church, at that level, and also gospel artists and also artists.
My favorite.
A final message to them.
A final message to them. Okay.
Yeah, to the ones who are doing it at the, at the beginning level, and the ones that are trying to do their best at the higher level. Yeah.
Okay. Well, the number one message I would give them is that first, is your life, your relationship with God.
Yeah.
Because this music, it's very delicate. It has to be I'm basically a preacher behind the mic.
This is why they keep asking you, or when are you coming back?
Yeah. So you really have to have a personal relationship with God.
Yeah.
You have to study the word. You have to pray.
Yeah.
You have to live a life of a, fully fledged Christian, so that this thing that you do called music becomes a full package, ministry.
Yeah.
We are dealing with people's hearts here.
Yeah.
So really clean up that area of your life first before you get into doing it.
Yes,
because it's a serious thing.
I think it goes to all of them then.
All of them.
Yeah, just take this seriously, build a relationship with God, and everything, should get into place after that.
Yes, sir.
No, but thank you so much, Msepula.
Most welcome, my brother.
We're so happy you got to hang out with us. And it's December. Are you going to be in town? Are you going out?
No, I'm in town.
Yeah.
I'm in town. I'm in town. Go block 3. Hey, my man. Hey, COVID. That's when the studio was moving to block 3. That side.
Now you're in the industrial part.
Industrial side, yes.
Is that where the studio is? How do people if
No. Actually, the story that.
Rotswala show.
It sounds almost similar like.
What happened?
No, the studio moved from that block 3 to Commerce Park.
Hey.
Now, as I'm talking to you, the studio is a month old. Silicon UB.
How's that going?
Don't ask me how that's going. It's God Himself.
Hey. Inside the UB.
Inside the campus in UB.
And you
didn't come to. Did you come to the first show, Yamopato?
No, I wasn't able to come through. No.
That was when the agreement was signed.
Oh.
Even Mopato was signing the agreement there as well.
Who's doing all these changes at UB, guys?
Yeah.
Because I think it's a who. Because even the setup your stage is in the middle of the old student park. And
it's a good thing, because if you go to other universities in other countries, the arts are embraced in the universities.
Even way more than
than what we are trying to do here. And I just wish things will get better, because the crop that is leading the university now, the VC, the current VC now, he's so passionate about the arts. He personally said, I want to make the university a hub of the arts, which is a good thing, my man.
The artists are back. We're running UB. Yeah. Thank you so much, Papa.
Thank you very much.
Awesome stuff.
I appreciate
it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our show. And we'll see you next week, man. It's December. Please take care of yourself. No Lala Vogas unless you are under the age of 25. When you're 30, you're just calling gout. We out of here, man. We'll see you next week. Peace.
People of different identities.